What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. We're gonna try this one more time. One more time. I feel like I'm good to go, but we'll see. All right, guys. I'm popping in here. I'm gonna be doing night streams, morning streams, see what does better. What's up, everybody? Appreciate y'all, man. How's your throat? A little bit better. Just been cough drops all day for me. Bro, it's been a while, I know. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Yep, I was on a cruise, came back, got sick from said cruise, been under the weather for like, yeah, it's just been rough 2 weeks. I did not expect to be gone so long, but we're back now. My throat's feeling a little bit better, so we're chilling. Everything's selling off. As I'm saying that, gold just lost 10 points in less than a second. Very volatile markets. Good to see you. What's up, Knight? How you doing? NQ's selling off. Gold's selling off. Is there news here? NQ's really selling off. Yeah, yep, everything. NQ is down 70 points in 3 minutes. Gold getting hit. I don't know why it's doing this, but every time I log back into my TopStep, like Project X account, I have to reset literally everything, man. Like, it gets rid of my indicators, it gets rid of everything. Like, where's my VWAP at on these? Let's go VWAP, VWAP. Everything's selling off. That's BWAP. We want the VWAP. All right. Dude. All right, we're looking at NQ down 100 points in 5 minutes. More than 100 points. Just a massive sell. It doesn't surprise me that much. We're at the lows of the range on the daily, but yeah, daily's flipping red. Just selling off. Oh, save it as a template. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, that'll work. Yo, what's up? Have a long open from Asia. The low doesn't look too hot. Yeah, brother. Kind of just a crazy market, man. Crazy market. I'm gonna try to pace myself a little bit here because yeah, we're just dumping. We are just dumping. Let's lock in though. How are you feeling? I'm feeling a little bit better. Thank you for asking. All right, let's look at gold and NQ as well. What do we like better? What do we like better? I think we like NQ short better if we're trying to play the strength we're seeing. It's an hour. It's interesting time for volume to come in. We've been open an hour. The Asian market's open an hour ago. But we had an initial dump there on NQ of about over 100 points, 150 points. I think we prefer to, if we're going to short anything, I think I prefer to be shorting NQ instead of gold. So let's pull that up. Broski's back. We're back, man. Might buy the dump. Okay. I mean, I could see that as well. Yeah. It's getting a nice ass reaction. That's for sure. We're talking about 50% of the range that we just sold off of is gotten reclaimed on this bounce. 60-point bounce like nothing. I don't hate it. Yeah, I don't hate it. Maybe if we move back to VWAP here, a buy. It's getting a really strong buy back into the 30s now. 960 just caught a spectacular bid. Let's see what happens here around the 10s, 20s. See if we can put in some support here, and then maybe make a move back to VWAP. But yeah, no, that's a strong bounce for sure. Starts to get really interesting if this 5-minute candle can take the high here at 34. Yo, what's good, Stacks? Pretty standard wick reversal pattern here on the 5-minute in Q. All right, we're gonna get in 3 micros here at 42. Let's stop it kind of within the wick. I like to be stopping it within the wick. Probably 50% of the wick. 95, I'll stop it. I'm looking for a VWAP, reclaim a VWAP here, which is sitting at 88. It's a really nice buying reaction off of 960s if we hold it. We'll look for just a VWAP test here, nothing crazy, which is about a 1-to-1. Looking for 25,088. But I mean, this bounce is about 80 points so far, right? So off of 960, we're up to 40. So yeah, almost 100 points. We're kind of stalling out right here, I'm not gonna lie. Just a little bit. My boy back. Yeah, appreciate y'all. We're back. How do you know when to size up or scale in? Well, you size up on it. There's a lot of context there. You size up based on what you trade well. I mean, certain patterns, setups, market environments that you trade well in, and you'll understand that. It's just something you understand about yourself as a trader. And so I don't know what those triggers are for you, but when you notice that we're in a market environment, or there's a strong trend, or you have a strong bias on something, and you feel it, you feel confident, you feel that it's time to get aggressive, and that's not just coming from a place of like just over leveraging because I'm FOMOing or something like this, then it's time to get aggressive. That's something it's just like a feeling. I don't typically recommend sizing up in the overnight session, to be honest. It's not really worth it. I like the momentum we're seeing here back to VWAP. Yeah. Back from the cruise, we're here, man. think keeping a pretty standard size is the best best idea. And then once again, it's just whatever you feel confident about a trade setup, then you go bigger size. But that's different for everybody, I think. Yeah, it's gonna be my throat's holding up a little bit better. Anybody who's joining in that wasn't here this morning. Also, by the way, man, I know I've been gone forever. I went on a cruise and then I came back sick, and so it was a bad sick. Like it took a whole week, to start to feel better, and my throat still giving me issues, but we're kind of back. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, subscribe. We're gonna get more consistent, but this one honestly was out of my hands. I don't love this 5 minute leaving an aggressive wick there in the 40s, 50s. I mean, VWAP is within reach. It was a super. I mean, we got 100 points on the bounce. It's definitely a strong bounce. Yeah. But we are kind of starting to and as long as we can kind of hold above 25.20s, I really wouldn't want to see it lose 25.20s in this situation. Think trading one session limits payout potential? I don't think so. We're kind of pooping out, chat. The entry could have been better, and we're just kind of pooping out on the 5 minute. Could be a situation where I cut it early. If we just kind of start to lose momentum to the upside. VWAP is just another 40 points. I really like. I like where VWAP's positioned here. I like where VWAP's positioned here, especially if we hold kind of this as the overnight low here at 970s. I mean, even if this candle can close, this is the hourly candle. If this can close somewhere around 40s, 50s, that would be 50% retracement, decent. Next hourly candle, try to open up green, fight for VWAP. If we can tap that, maybe get out of 2, leave 1, and then maybe target like these stacked equal highs of New York session. But yeah, that was a strong bounce. Nice. We're getting some moving to the upside. Nice 60s here. That was a strong 60 point bounce right there, like just on this 5 minute candle. I was super interested in that. What's good, Austin? Okay, the throat's starting to act up. We might go a little quiet mode here in a second. I'm going to start to kind of tighten this up. I mean, it's showing that it wants to try to make a move through 60, 70s. If it fails here, it's, yeah, you know, try to tighten up the risk. Yeah, VWAP's just at 86. We're looking for like 15 points. 15 points right here from here. 15 points above these highs. Oh, what's up, Hobby Man? Appreciate that. You haven't traded since I was on vacation. Wow. That is nice. Nice discipline. Hundred in here, man, after I haven't been here for like 2 weeks. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Make sure y'all hit the like button. We're gonna be back. I mean, we are back. We're officially back. Didn't want to be gone that long, but couldn't live stream on the cruise, obviously, then just came back sick. Oh, you blew it. Yeah, nothing wrong with taking a breather. In fact, I feel like in trading you should be taking a breather a lot more than most traders do. I feel like taking a couple days off from trading, like kind of on a cycle, like maybe trade for 3 weeks or 2 weeks, and then take like a 2-3 day, like force yourself to be off the charts. That probably goes a long way for your mental. It's not something I've experimented with, but I can only imagine that probably would do you some good. I think it would do everybody some good. Oh, we got some volume. Okay, can we get a VWAP break here? Yeah, it would be healthy. I agree. I agree with that. I don't like that rejection of 73. I'm gonna cover. I just covered one. I'm gonna tighten the risk up now because we're kind of, as we're closing in on VWAP, right? So you have to understand, it was a nice reversal. It was a nice wick reversal pattern on that 5 minute, and we saw a quick 60-point bounce. So there was a nice buying reaction down there. But for me, as we close in on VWAP and price is starting to become a little bit hesitant, a little bit slow, and we understand the context of what VWAP is, and if we're under VWAP, we are technically at the moment bearish, and that is our upside target. But the closer we get, the more likely it is that sellers are going to step in aggressively. So I'm trying to kind of mitigate the risk a little bit, secure some profits just in case the rejection up here is really aggressive. But there goes VWAP there. Cover one more in like the 84s. Excuse me. My throat's killing me. I don't think I've ever talked that much in the past week and a half. Being sick. All right, can we get to VWAP? We're damn near close. Can we just get there? Oh, that'll be a shame if we can't. We're just right there. Just right there. Dude, I've got 2 cough drops in my cheek. One in here, one in here. I've got like a Gatorade with ice. Doing my best out here. I was gonna get some like herbal tea or green tea. I was thinking about that. Come on, pop the 80s real quick so I can cut one more. Come on, Bubba. Give me 80s. Yeah, we're gonna get 80s here. That's a hell of a bounce there. I think the only thing to do is trim one more VWAP, but look, this is gaining volume on the way up. Like these candle bodies are equal and almost greater in size. Like they're not losing. Well, we'll see what this pullback looks like, but I was gonna say they're not really losing a lot of volume. We got to recover this pullback though. We're so damn close. I wonder if this is a situation where it's like you want to be getting out just under VWAP and not at VWAP. That's an ugly, ugly pullback. Yikes, we got to climb the hill 20 points to get back up there now. Ugh, that's kind of rough. That's kind of rough. I don't like that. I think we can go retest it. It's just like my injury's right here. I feel like I could get a better re-entry lower if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm gonna cut it. So I'm gonna lock in 120. I honestly, we're playing it so tight. We are rejecting it VWAP. I think we can get a retest, but I'm just gonna cut it. So 120 on that, and then maybe we'll get another one. Where were you? I was on a cruise, and then I came back from the cruise, and I was just sick. Still am kind of sick. I don't know what I caught. Probably just the cold, maybe COVID. Okay, see, this is why I don't fuck with Project X. You can't copy trade. It just has issues when it comes to copy trading, that's all. I still think we move past VWAP here, but we'll see what happens. Damn. Maybe a crappy cut there. The bracket orders? What do you mean by that? Okay, so people say that all the time. What does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, I got into 3, and then I cut one, and I only cut 2 on these accounts. I don't know why I did that. There goes VWAP. I should have held it, but man, when we pull back 20 points in like 30 seconds, it's just kind of gross. Especially when we're already at VWAP. Like, what am I really risking it for? Waiting another 3 or 4 points? Types of orders are different? Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Wow, there you go. Nice. That would have been just really amazing to hold. That's what we should have done. Would have preferred we get. I would have preferred we do that instead of like kind of 3 points under VWAP and seeing 20 points in like less than 30 seconds. Is kind of scared me out of it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. And we're right at VWAP, you know. I'm not gonna lie. I still felt confident that we could get it. Maybe if I had a lower entry, I wouldn't have cut it, but we're already there, like kind of at VWAP, and then we just. It was almost the speed of the rejection too. It went from 80. It went from 82 to 62 in like 30 seconds, maybe less than 30 seconds. You don't have any issues with that, huh, Hobby? Yeah, I have issues with it. I don't know why. Oh no, I got y'all. That's my fault. Who am I? What am I doing? All right, let's look at gold. Bitcoin is just continuing to sell. I almost like, I don't know. Yeah. I should have just kept shorting Bitcoin all week, all this week and last week, and focused on nothing else. It's funny because I had a game plan to do that. Just do nothing but short Bitcoin all week as we move through this low. But I didn't. It's okay though. I think I got a little too excited with everything else moving around. No, I agree. I like trading on Project X as well. I wonder. They said, did y'all see that it said TopStep is coming out with like a broker? I already applied for it. I wonder if you can like link up. I wonder if you can link up your funded or live TopStep exit, like your, you know, prop account with a live brokerage account. Although I'm not going to say anything, but they can't be having issues if they're going to host their brokerage on like if they're going to host it through TopStep X, they can't be having platform issues on live accounts. That ain't going to fly. That ain't going to fly, you know? Like you can't say, "Oh, sorry," like because they're not going to reimburse a live account, like a true live account that you're funding. But I'm sure they'll figure that out. You know what I mean, though? All right, we bounced to 96, kind of reset at 58. Really interesting right here on the 5-minute. Push it up to VWAP, and then it's just really wicky around here. Gold selling back down. We got lows here at 49.10 on gold. What else is interesting to trade right now? Nikkei is at all-time highs. Nikkei's hit all-time highs today, or earlier today, or maybe yesterday. I don't know what time it is over there. That's crazy, Mead. That's crazy. Okay, we're seeing gold get smacked. Dude, the gold volatility is insane. 16s to 30s. 150 ticks in literally a second. What the fuck? 150 ticks in literally a second. That is, I mean, this thing is so volatile. That is crazy, man. Gold 5-minute down channel. I know, as soon as you say that, though, look, we're 16 to 35. Holy crap. NQ's kind of basing right here, right under VWAP. Kind of like consolidating a little bit right under VWAP. Just got here, you feeling better? Well, appreciate you for asking. I think we've been live for 30 minutes and I've only, the throat's holding up right now, so I feel fine. That's the issue, and my throat doesn't even hurt. It's just like I'm forced to cough. I don't understand. But yes, thank you for asking. I'm feeling, we're doing better, that's for sure. The stream's doing better. It was brutal this morning. I did not realize how much talking I was going to be doing and how little talking I've been doing. I didn't realize. I literally have gone from not talking much this week because I'm just trying to recover to just trying to hop on a stream and do, you know, 100 words a minute or something. It's just a lot. Gold kind of looks like it's wanting to retest the 915s here. It does look like that, doesn't it? All right, I'm gonna excuse me. I'm gonna quick short gold scalp for a nice clean break at 9:15, in and out, in and out. And I'll manually bail on this if it gets a bid back through 30s. Not loving the entry. I don't like sitting in the drawdown on that. I feel like I could have gotten in better. Just looking for a quick breakdown through 9:12 here. Should prove us wrong or right pretty damn quick. Not looking for this to toy around too much. There's a nice close there on the 500 tick, right there at the lows. Now it just needs to break. To go break even as soon as we get under 9:15. Oh, it's starting to get volatile, damn it. And now. This is my only chance. I'm trying it one time. There it goes. Beautiful. Okay, I will say this. Gold moves so damn nice. Did it halt? What the fuck's going on? Gold moves so damn nice that it's actually incredible. Where do we take it off? 907, something like that. What the fuck? See, then we have shit like this happening where it's like broker rejected order. I don't have the right symbol or what? Trade Syncer is getting on my nerve. It's great for Tradevate to Tradevate, but when you start to try to do Project X, it's not. Just doesn't work, man. Just doesn't work. Yeah, the plan on that was a decent little trade. So for me, I like how we're moving into this breakdown level at 49.15 right here that we put in. Just like a continuation of lower highs down here. This started to look good, and we weren't in it at this point because we got a nice bounce. 15 to 35 is no joke, right? It's a solid 20-point bounce. So I didn't touch it. I was like, okay, I don't like that. But then with just the pivot off of that low, then an aggressive, like right back, all red candles right back into this level, and gold's obviously moving and breaking levels. It's not rangy and choppy like NQ. It's like, okay, yeah, we're going to get in at 21. Manual stop here. Like we re-break a high, then we're breaking structure to the upside a little bit. So kind of bail on it. Just look for 10, 15 points under the low on the break. Which with gold, that seems we could do better. Like 10 points is not usually, it usually goes more than 10 points, so we could do better. But I've also seen gold break a low, then V all the way back up. But at the same time, I think regardless, 10 points is probably too shallow to look for. We need to be looking for at least 15, 20, 25 points. Just because of the ATR and everything else like that. Like we're looking at this to break a 5-minute. Like holy crap! By the way, this thing's going to heck. Wow, that could have been just amazing. We just held it. Is it halted? No, it's just Project X just freezing to death. When you can hop in a play, I just was in one about 5 minutes ago. Yeah, but generally, I mean, if we're looking at when I took the trade, the ATR was sitting at like 20. I mean, we don't even see an ATR below 10 on this chart on the 5-minute. I just think maybe 15 points is a good TP. 15 points under a breakdown level is usually probably going to be good. That's what I should have done. What a sell-off on gold. Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out, coming back into the stream. I know I've been gone a little while. Consistency is not my best facet, but honestly, this one is not on me. The cruise I couldn't stream from. And then I was just sick. Like, unlucky. Just really unlucky. But you saw, like, I'm trying. This morning I tried to get on stream and my throat was like, I mean, that was actually a little bit cringe. I almost broke down in tears because I couldn't stop damn coughing. Go short. Hurry up. I'm trying to see some money get made. Yeah, that's not how this works, brother. That's not how this works. Hey, appreciate that, Jonathan. Everything's selling again. This session so far, this overnight session has been pretty decent. I mean, heck, we came on here. We got a 150 point sell off, then a 100 point recovery, and now a 50 point sell off. Same kind of thing on gold. Big sell off, recovery, sell off. We have movement here. I mean, gold and NQ look like they're about to fly lower. They really do. Yeah, we have an hourly candles closing in 9 minutes. Gold's just wicking 100 ticks like nothing. God, gold is so volatile. So volatile. Damn, dude. To think we were short at fucking 920. What are we doing? We were short right here at 921. I could have 1,000 ticks out of this trade if I just held it. What are we doing? Well, obviously, I mean, in hindsight, I didn't expect us to dump 100 points, but it's a nice move. Should have just trailed it, I guess. And we are still dumping. Yeah, this is looking pretty ugly. Pretty ugly. And NQ selling as well. Nice VWAP projection on NQ. It's interesting to see NQ and gold dumping. They feel a little bit linked up the past day or two. And what about Bitcoin? Bitcoin's the weaker of the markets. I mean, just no. Bitcoin's at the lows right here. You think we see 60s tonight on Bitcoin? We're gonna see how aggressive this retracement is on gold. We're already up 45 points. Yeah, I said that's a good idea. I said I wanted to try to short the Bitcoin move too, but I caught one from like 86 to 82. And I was confident we still kept dropping, but I literally just stopped focusing on it because I think we had started picking up some more volatility in Q, so should have just kept playing that same market. Should have just kept playing that same market. Should have played Bitcoin all week. All right, we're moving back down to like the overnight lows here on NQ. Overnight lows NQ 962. Have you seen silver? Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm not going to be able to trade it, so I almost don't even bother looking at it. Wow. %, just a casual 20%. I have a question here. Why does this shit never halt? Why does this thing never halt? I don't know. It's not part of the CME. I don't know if CME, I'm sure COMEX halts. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they never thought they needed a halt. I don't know. But it never halts. Shit, even NQ doesn't really halt sometimes when it's supposed to. Yeah, that's crazy on silver, man. Okay, so we're like back to these lows here on silver. Gold's holding up much better though. This is looking rough on silver. Like we didn't, you're telling me we didn't halt on this day that we dropped 40%? Yeah, I mean, silver's getting killed. 89 to 75. Weekly lows are 71. And 75s are not looking too strong here. Not looking too strong here. God, NQ is, oh my God, like what is happening? NQ, volume to the downside. 25.18 to 970, 60s. We're gaining volume here on NQ to the downside. This is chaos. Silver breaking into new lows. Broke overnight lows. Brother. Okay. Nice information there, Stacks. I did not know that. So no halting ever on gold or on metals, huh? Never gonna halt. Unless they, I don't know. Okay, we have overnight lows breaking here on NQ. Just so much volume. Just so much volume. Holy crap. It's been a session. It has been a session. We've had 150 point swings multiple times. I think there's a pretty confident scalp into like the 930s here, but don't really want to get caught in the head swing, honestly. We've pivoted several hundred points both directions today or tonight. Why is this happening? I don't think anybody knows, man. I don't think anybody can put a specific reason on why it's happening. I'm guessing gold's doing a little bit better here than silver, especially off of this bottoming. Not really. Holy crap. This market's just so, they're just both so volatile. Google. Let me guess. Economic uncertainty, dollar weakness. I mean, just stuff like that, I guess. Shortage. Are you talking about Google earnings? I thought you Googled why is gold not doing well. You're talking about Google earnings? Yeah, Google's earnings aren't they're not really going to reflect. They would have a better impact. They would have a stronger impact on the Nasdaq. They were probably talking about that, the Nasdaq. Or are you talking about with Q? Yeah, the Nasdaq. I don't know. I honestly I don't know what the Qs are doing, but yeah, I mean it has some impact. I don't know what what their earnings look like or what they closed at, but there's definitely some impact for sure. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, we got gold breaking to the upside here. This is one of those. This is a situation where you just get stuck in like a nightmare short if you try to FOMO into that. Yeah, I don't understand what Bitcoin like. I don't even understand. I still don't understand. Nobody can explain it to me. Oh wow. While we're talking about it, this thing just dumped to 70,000. We're gonna see Bitcoin into like 69, 68 tonight, maybe. I'll try like one more scalp, hopefully win it, then just call it a night. Where is money going now? Well, money as of a week or two ago was going into metals. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm more of a trader than I am somebody who's like super well versed and like, okay, we're getting, you know, this market's, yeah, I don't know. Just trade the setups that I see. Or just try to react and not predict where the money's going. Satoshi. I don't know. Who's Satoshi? Isn't that the guy who created Bitcoin? That shows you how little I know about Bitcoin. I thought he was like disappeared off the face of the earth. Silver way down. Silver's getting smacked. Holy crap. Feels like we're gonna see Bitcoin into like 68 tonight. 68, 69, maybe consolidate around there. Look at the daily. Let's look on the weekly. Lucid Pro good. Yeah, Lucid Pro is solid, man. They're on par with the rest of them. They're super good. Super good. I mean, would you be surprised? Don't call me crazy here. I'm gonna make a bold statement. I know I don't have a huge audience right now, but just visually from a technical, with all the volume on the weekly, like if we don't close this week strong, you better pray to God we're gonna hold on to the 65s, which is only like an eighth of the move we saw this week. It's 8% of the move we saw this week. Then you're cooked. I mean, then you're literally cooked. This thing can go to the 40s, 30s. I mean, we're not holding higher. This thing is now in a downtrend on the weekly. 100%, no argument. Right? I mean, anybody like actually buying and investing in it right now is like, pray to God that it holds this level, brother, or it's cooked. It's cooked. I honestly wish that it traded. I don't know. Like, what does it need to be more liquid? I just feel like when I'm reading, like watching the candles, it's just so difficult to trade. Otherwise, I'd trade it so much more. But like the candles kind of are here, and then they just kind of gap up here, and then down here. It's just like so gappy and weird to trade that it's actually difficult. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I would totally. Just feel like it. I feel like if I wish it just traded a little bit different as far as from like a price action perspective. I mean, I guess when you look at like the higher time frames, it's doable, but I don't know. No, gold trading. We're looking at gold. I'm 2 for 2. Gonna look to take maybe one more if something shows up. I don't really see. I don't love trying to short this kind of support on gold here. I know how ugly that can get. BenQ maybe wants to try to make another push down to the 50s. Maybe there's an opportunity to go short there. Do you read the tape? I don't read the tape, man, to be honest with you. I don't look at it. But I will look, and this is, I feel like this is close to reading the tape. We were talking about like reading the level 2. I'll look at the tick charts, right? Because what's similar about it is it's an order-based chart. And like if I'm just trying to read the price action and kind of predict where we're going, like these little pivots on the tick chart, like look at this move here. If I'm looking for a breakdown of this level, we have momentum to the downside, which we do. We're under VWAP and we have continued lower highs. Like instead, this is where you'd want to be reading the tape for a breakout trade, I'm assuming, is kind of what you're talking about. In this, if you had to be, right, trading this situation, just put yourself in my shoes. For me, I'm not, but I'm watching the tick chart, that order-based chart, and kind of looking for the pivots. As we tested this equal low, came up. I didn't like the bounce at 35, 15 to 35. That was a strong bounce. I didn't want to touch it because it was a nice bounce. But as we retested it with just aggressive selling candles and came back down here, you'd probably be watching for like the order book and see how thin the bid is getting. But for me, that's two in the same. It's just like, this is my version of what you're trying to do, and it's just read the tick charts. That's kind of how I would do something similar to that, just reading the tick chart, looking for the pivots, catch the breakdown trade when I start to see momentum. I caught, you can go back and watch that one, we caught that. So that's kind of similar to what you're talking about. Chat, I restarted The Walking Dead because I've been sick and I've just been binge watching it. I feel like it's safe to talk about because I know most of y'all have probably watched it, but dude, that show is amazing. I'm on season 6, I think. Season 5, season 6, the beginning of season 6 we just started. Terminus, if you know, you know. We just finished where they just got to Terminus. All right, we're looking for one more setup. I'm not trying to force anything. Oh, I remember. Yeah, that's so. I have watched it through one time. It's hard to believe there's only like, how many seasons? 11. I mean, I never even watched 9, 10, 11 or 10, 11. But it's actually insane to believe how many things they did in that show in such a small amount of seasons, or short amount of seasons. What's good to buy in right now? I couldn't tell you. I mean, I'm gonna be going to sleep in about an hour, so I'm not looking to buy a whole bunch. I'll take a quick scalp trade, but I think it's, I don't know if you're talking about like buying and holding overnight. I think buying and holding anything overnight right now is just a little bit sketchy. Even gold. I think buying and holding overnight, we're not in that environment at the moment, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, buying and holding overnight, not the right environment. There's going to be an environment for that, and I'm excited for that day to come. Because those are good. Like those buy and hold overnights, NQ can establish a trend to the upside. The market's up, the economy's up. Yip yip hooray. Those are good days. I miss those days. Just buy and hold overnight. Me miss those days. But right now those are not them days. You trade live at New York Open or mainly just Asia session? I do, man. I think I'm going to start doing Asia session. It's what I started doing originally that did really well for me. I think the New York session has got some. I think it's just a little bit diluted, and I think I like doing the Asia session. Plus, I think I'm working on some stuff behind the scenes for my personal brand that'll kind of occupy my time during that session for other things, for trading related things, but other things. And so I'm still going to be doing like my live YouTube streams here on YouTube, but they'll probably be in the Asia, probably be the night streams. Probably be the night streams. Hopefully the markets can keep behaving. Nothing worse than a stale overnight session. What's good, Bugs? Dope, brother. Okay, you got me convinced. I'll watch gold. See, but NQ starts to pique my interest a little bit too. Mm. The spread, yeah, no doubt. What the spread was like a whole point. Yeah, it's a whole point, dude. It's a whole point. It's a whole point. It's honestly insane. It's actually insane right now. Gold is crazy. So crazy. Gold trying to break through 78. Am I crazy for preferring the calmness of NQ? Don't get me wrong, I like the gold trades when we get a breakout. Because when we get a breakout, we move. Like, we caught this, which is, in hindsight, we only caught like 22 to like 07, which is just peanuts compared to what happened. But I don't know. I mean, we were kind of coming into support level. I figured we could chop around a little bit, but we just decided to pick up so much volume and made me regret cutting it early. But can't always know that. All right, take it easy, Brian. Appreciate it. How was your trip? It was good, man. It was good. Thanks for asking. Got a little bit of a cold on the way back, or I guess I caught the cold on the trip, but it was fun. We mainly just hung out at the casino. We were trying to get the casino reward points, and it was a grind. It was a grind. Just doing like just such slow bets. We were in there like doing 80-cent bets, 80-cent bets. So I mean, it took like the whole trip. We were in there the entire trip, but it was fun. We had a lot of fun. Which cruise line? It was Royal. It was a Royal Caribbean ship. Mariner, I believe. But we got enough points to book another one with a balcony room on an Oasis class ship. Okay, that's a nice breakout. I was thinking about taking this here in the 70s, but just feels a little forceful. I mean, we're still fighting kind of this downtrend on gold at the moment. It's a nice move on the hourly though. Never not buy the damn dip on gold, not financial advice. Was it your first? No, we've been on like not like cruises in total, like probably 10, but Royal, I think we've been on like 6 Royal ships at this point. Damn, brother, look at gold go. Dude, breakouts are so damn clean on this market. So clean. Like, holy crap, 75 to 910 and just like the quickest. That's incredible. When this thing breaks out, it doesn't like hesitate, it doesn't retest, it just goes. It just goes. Where do you think NQ is going? I don't know. I think we need to wait till tomorrow and see. The daily's that threat of maybe breaking through yesterday's low. It depends how we open tomorrow, what it looks like. I think we'll probably be a little bit range bound tonight, but tomorrow, I couldn't tell you. I mean, I would say there's a pretty good probability, considering how bearish we've closed. You have to think about this when you're looking at a range. On the daily, we've only ever done it once, but I mean, this is still back when we were actually establishing what support was, kind of. I mean, you're holding it, but this was like one of the only days we had a really bearish close at this level. I would say today we had a bearish close, and then kind of it was a little weird with earnings, but it wasn't a strong close. It was not a strong close. The ATR is curling on the daily. This is off an extreme rejection of 26,300. I think there's a pretty decent probability that we can go break under, you know, I want to say yesterday. It wasn't. It was this previous session's lows. So yeah, I mean that's definitely a threat. Depends how we open tomorrow. If we don't see some crazy strong buying out of the open tomorrow to save this thing, we could sink under that level. As far as what happens next, I mean, we could bounce there, here. I don't know. Just read and react. I would say I'm probably a little more short biased than anything, just because I mean, we're kind of at the lows of the range, but when you have the ATR curling here inside the range, you're typically going to see breakout. That on top of the fact that, let's be honest, we've been in this range fucking forever. The longer we're in here, the more likely we are to break out. But on top of that, once again, the ATR on the daily is curling to the upside. That means the range, day-to-day range, is increasing, right? So if you look at some of these daily candles, like the range you would typically see in here is 200 points, right? That's the average ATR back then. Now things are getting more volatile. Volatile markets do not like to stay constrained within a range. So it's very possible. It's very possible. And I'd say actually probably pretty likely we're going to see break of this range one way or the other, with the daily ranges increasing the way they are. So like I said, that example, these, you know, $200-300 days on average, that's kind of how much we would move on NQ. Now the average is, you know, the day before last was 750 points. Today was 750, right? The ATR 500-600 points. The ATR is curling. So I would, if I had a coin to flip, I would bet on a breakout either way. Sooner or later, I'm kind of leaning short because we're at the lows at the moment. So That's kind of the way I see it, right? You can use a TopStep brokerage with personal capital. I'll try it. Why not? I'll give it a shot. It will be interesting though, and I'm not saying they can't do it, but with Project X, like if it has issues and people have live accounts, I don't know. We'll see if Ingy wants to set up maybe a short trade back into like the 970s here or something like that, as we're kind of trying to put in a lower high. But other than that, I don't really think I want to force anything. We're up a decent little amount. Gold starting to reject. NQ starting to reject. You mean tomorrow? Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow morning. I'll try to. I'm pretty sure I will. Oh, silver's not looking good, man. Silver's not looking good. Pushing back into the weekly lows at 72, 71. Everything's just on edge. On edge. Gold breaking down too. What up? What's good, Fade? Appreciate you, man. How's your trading been? I'm doing better though. I'm doing this morning was crazy. My throat's holding up way better than it was this morning. I could not talk to save my life. I have no clue, honestly. Apple, I haven't had a Tradeify Sim account in honestly months. I've been on the live account. Copy train 2? Yeah, nice, brother. Nice. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Would have been cool to try to anticipate maybe the selling on gold that we're seeing now, but it's such a slippery slope, man. Trying to like get in front of a rally on gold to the short side. Oh, it's not fun. It's not fun. That takes some cojones. All right. What are we gonna do here in Q? I think it's probably that time of night. We're up like a decent little profit. I don't mind it for like an overnight session. I think there was enough volatility to make more, but I mean, we would have killed it if we just weren't like if we took this gold trade and didn't take it off at 907 and like actually looked for more of a move, we would have had an incredible night. But I just wasn't. I wasn't looking for, you know, like yeah, we could have done way better. But having said that, I didn't expect us to come in and, you know, flush 100 points. But this was really the trade of the night here. It was quick, it was painless, took less than a minute, made like 150 bucks on it from 921 to 907, but we just kept going like 100 points. But I was just looking for the break. I think in general I need to be probably targeting more than like 10 or 12 points though on a breakout trade on gold. I think it's just too volatile to target anything less than like 20 points just at a, you know, face value, not caring about market structure or anything. I think you need to be looking, if you're gonna look for a breakout, at least 20 points regardless. It's just way too volatile not to. So I think having a TP at 10 points, 15 points was a little bit stupid, but it is what it is. Would you hate in Q shorts? No. In fact, I was kind of thinking about it. I don't want to get chopped. That's really what I don't want to do right about now. It doesn't look bad though. Melting back down. Overnight lows are right here at 50s. It's not. If we could get volume, I would love to take like a little breakdown trade, you know, in and out quick. I just don't want to get chopped on. That's all. I got into at 970 as we're picking up some volume. See if we can run back into these lows at 950. I don't want to see it just stall out though. That's the issue. Or that. We'll see. Let's give it a little chance to bounce 980s, but I want to see it under 960s, 950s here. Yeah, I don't like that buying out of 9. Yeah, I don't like that. We might cut it. I'll give it one chance to reject 93. Yeah, that 5-minute candle just screwed us on the close. So this starts squeezing back into the 25s. It's like, ugh. Yeah, it just feels more like chop than anything. Started to look like maybe we're picking up some volume to try to run those lows, but then it just flipped on us. Trying to give it one chance here, but I probably need to cut it if we get back above 25 here. Hold the line, low key. I just don't know if we're gonna. I don't know if we're gonna have enough momentum to break into the 40s here. That's the goal. We're looking to trade the momentum into the 40s. This feels like it's about 50% from high to low or low to high of the New York session and the overnight highs. Like I feel like we could just chop here. That's really the only thing throwing me off a little bit. Kind of putting in a range between 950s and 25s. See if we can break under 60s here. It just feels like we want to range now. It just feels like we want to range now. Not that I don't think it can happen like later or something, but we've had it's been a volatile session so far. It just feels like we could range now pretty easy. I mean, how long can we expect the I think we've had like 400 or 500 point swings low to high, high to low in this session. How long can we really expect that to continue? Yeah, I don't like high 80s here. A little reluctant to break, huh? Okay, there's 60s. Can we tag the overnight lows here? If we could pick up some volume here. It could get really interesting. Maybe I'll put one. Can we just not bounce right here? That would be amazing. Yeah, I don't know. Quick retest and then break lower. I mean, I guess this feels like I'm not trying to like convince myself to bail on this, but in my opinion, like this is if we're not going to get momentum and break this low and we just keep hesitating, I would say it's about as good a spot as any for us to just start chopping. It's like the equilibrium of New York low and overnight highs on what was a pretty wicky day, both sides. That's the only thing I'm not loving. You know what I mean? And then like we're not breaking. Yeah, we're breaking lows but can't take the overnight. I don't know, man. I don't know. What am I waiting on? This to break 980s and just put me deeper in the red. All right, we're cutting that out. Yeah, we're gonna cut that. It's not one to get the continuation that I'm looking for, so. And then this thing doesn't ever get me out. I don't know what to do with. I can't copy trade with Project X. It just doesn't work. Yeah, it's just choppy. It's choppy, chat. All right, we're gonna cut it. I mean, it was a good session for what it's worth, but I think after a little while, I mean, we did have 4 100-point swings both ways, and we're kind of right in the middle of the muck. We probably just chop. Plus, it's 940. Let's just call it. I told you. Well, it's just choppy. It's just choppy. Yeah, glad you're back. Appreciate it, man. It's choppy and has potential to rally, so just cut the loss. Keep it green. All right, I'm gonna try to be on tomorrow morning, or probably will be, but yeah, I'm gonna kick it, man. Appreciate y'all. God bless y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging on the stream. I will see y'all tomorrow morning. If not, I'm gonna try to do night streams the rest of this week, which I guess really is only yeah, tomorrow night.